I spent it with you last year.
Yes, you were. You was at the house last year.
Yeah. My win is my school is full, Chin. Full. Have
It's
my 20
full.
students. And I have a waiting list now. So just graduated about 8 students. I got another one graduating in September and one in October. And then I have the rest in January and February. And so it's like
And
they're
how
knocking
long
the
you been
doors
open?
down.
Tell them how long you've been open, Sylvina.
1 year. July 12th made a year.
And what were you doing before you opened your school?
Working at another school. Directing another school.
So what were you feeling when you was working at that other school and you wanted your own school?
I was like, oh man. I was like, the freedom of having your own and being able to teach your curriculum the way you want to and not have to have 1,000 people telling you you can't do something is great. So working for now, I love my job where I worked at, but it was always a feeling of emptiness, like I could be doing better, or because I knew I always wanted to open my own school. But just opening the school really, really it's just really been a blessing. I tell you, it's like, you know how the Bible says the blessings will run and they'll chase you down and overflow and you won't have room to receive. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel right now. And I have no kind of federal fundings coming in right now, but they're chasing it down. And it's the Lord. I give all the credit to the Lord. So yeah. That's my win.
That's a big win.
Yeah.
Really
I'll be
big.
going to the NACA's convention in September. So I'm glad you were talking about that. I missed a lot of it because I just come from church, but I'll go back and listen to it.
Anything else you want to share?
I think that's it. I don't want to take up everybody's time.
Well, that's a big win. I mean, you've accomplished a whole lot in a very short amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Lord. And it's going good too, man. I enjoy it. I walk in there every day and I'm like, thank you, Lord. You know, just to see the students are learning in there. They all have jobs that graduated. So everybody's placed. And so far I've had 4 to go take their test and they all passed so far. So I'm shooting for 100% pass rate. Because at the other schools I worked at, it was 100% pass rate. So I don't expect anything different where I am now. So they said my test is actually harder than the state test. I guess that's a good thing because they had to do it hard. So that made it easy. But yeah, I'm just blessed. Dennis is in here too, but he's eating chips right now. So but we're just blessed, man. And we thank you for letting God use you and coming into our life, man. And you've been a great mentor.
Well, I thank you. And just keep up the great work. I love seeing you do great.
Okay.
Well, there was Sylvina, y'all. And tell them how they can find you, Sylvina.
I'm mostly on Facebook. I do really good on Facebook. At Hair Station Studio College of Beauty is our handle. I'm on Instagram under the same thing, Hair Station Studio College. I think College of Beauty. I think it's the whole name or either college. But
college.
Most people reach out to me through Facebook, and that's going really good right now. So I just try to stick with a lot of advertising on Facebook, and that's how a lot of the families have reached me. Yeah, that's my Instagram page. But on my Facebook page, I post a lot. And believe it or not, that's how a lot of them said they found us on the Facebook page. I just did a Pine Belt women-owned businesses Saturday, and just to get exposure for the school. And it was a lot of people saying they didn't know that there was a school in that area. So a lot of people got exposed Saturday to the school. So I handed out like 75 flyers. And so got a few clientele off of that from Saturday to this week. So that's been going good.
Tell them about your Facebook page. This is your Facebook page.
Yeah, I stay on it. I try to post every day. I try to post something. I hadn't posted today, but because I know people are watching it, I try to post my students' work mostly. You probably hardly ever see a picture of me unless I'm with a student on Facebook. But I like pumping them up. Their friends are seeing it. A lot of them will tell their friends, and next thing I know, their friends are trying to get into the school. So they love being on the videos, and they love for you to praise them. So I try to do that, especially when they're graduating. So we didn't have a formal graduation because all of them was graduating at different times, but that made their day, just taking photos of them and watching them clock out, letting them dress down, inviting their families. We had a big dinner for all of them, you know, so you can tell on the pictures how excited they are. Yeah.
Any advice you want to tell some of the people that are on here that are school owners or thinking about becoming school owners?
I say if you being led by the Holy Spirit, do it, because it's rewarding. It's a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie. But when you enjoy what you do, it's like a fulfilling that you've been wanting for a while. So it's a lot of work, but I really enjoy it. I'm like, I love going to work every day. And my husband can tell. Right, Dennis? Say something so he'll know you're here. He just did this. He's still chewing on chips. Yeah. But yeah, so I just say go for it. Just pray about it. And if the Lord leads you, I mean, you'll have a peace in your spirit. And when you get that peace, you know it's God. And get a good mentor, somebody like Chin, that's going to pour into your life and steer you in the right direction. So I probably wouldn't have gotten this far had I not gotten with you, Chin. So thank you.
I wouldn't have got this far if it hadn't been for Miss Pebble.
Somebody said you still have those. She said, do I still have the SBA program? Is that what she said? I don't have my glasses on.
Yes.
Yeah, they can still go.
Yes.
They can still go to that link. It's basically videos telling you guys how we got the funding. We loaded several forms that the SBA will ask for. Now, I haven't been on to see if there's any updates yet on some of the forms, but the forms I did load, we got them. We got them straight off the SBA site. But we kind of step by step go through it and tell you what we did so that when we go to the bank, we didn't have any issues and we didn't just get turned down, and we had all our paperwork already. So it made what do you call it? It made it go smooth, you know, because we had all of our paperwork together. So we loaded a bunch of those forms so you won't waste time going to the bank. Because if when you look like you got it all together and they see your paperwork, you don't have a hard time at the bank. So, but it's time for me to update my spreadsheet. Now I can throw some figures in there. So that's another thing. But can I make a suggestion? Maybe you've done it already and I just missed the class on how to do the placement reports.
Oh yeah, we didn't cover that.
And graduation rates and all of that.
Go ahead. So, yeah, we didn't cover that.
Okay.
We just and if any of y'all trying to get the SBA loan, Sylvina and Dennis, they have a program where they showing you step by step. And I recommend any of y'all and all of y'all to do it, because They're taking you step by step, showing you everything, and then you can ask them some questions. And they got the money for it, the 250,000, so that'll tell y'all something. So, yes.
And if they text me, if they will shoot me a text saying who they are, because when I see strange numbers, I normally don't answer. So I probably missed a lot of calls because I didn't recognize the number. But if they text me and say, hey, this is so-and-so just inquiring about the SBA or something, then I answer because I get so many spam calls. So
You want me to put your number here, or how you want them to get in contact with you, or do you want to go to the schools, or what?
well, you can put the email address to the school.
Okay. Give me that email address and I'll type it in the chat.
It's hairstationstudio@gmail.com.
Okay, hairstationstudio at gmail.com. All right, so I just put it in there. And if y'all forget or whatever, y'all can all reach out to me or text me, call me, email, DM, and I'll put you in contact with Sylvina.
It seemed like I don't know, maybe I thought I saw something about vocational rehab.
And tell them about that, because you already got voc rehab.
Yeah, I have like 4 students on vocational rehab. You just have to become a vendor and they'll give you a magic number in your area. And they totally pay for the tuition, the books, the uniform. They'll pay for whatever the student needs. If they have a disability, or one of my students, I think she just had a learning disability. Like it was just hard for her, dyslexia, ADHD, and they got the money for it. So if they have paperwork from the doctor on it, or if they don't and they think they have a disability, they can go get checked out.
Evaluate it. And this is something I can share with all of you all. Back when I had my schools, it was two old black ladies there, and I told her what I was doing, and then when I got approved, and I don't recommend that y'all do this, but I did it, and it wasn't right, it wasn't ethical. They told, and I was young, I was like probably 27, and the lady said, well, you need to tell those students, if they come and they're acting all perfect and nothing's wrong with them, we're not going to approve them. So they need to come with some type of problem. If they don't have a problem, they might need to act like they do. But most people don't have to act like they do. But and they will pay you. They used to pay us straight out. Do they still pay y'all straight out in one?
Yeah, they do direct deposit.
So that's really good to get a direct deposit for your tuition.
Yeah, it goes straight. They pay like they treat it like they're paying by the semester in our area. So they'll break it down where they'll drop maybe 2,000 and something for the first 16 weeks. Then they'll drop another, whatever your tuition is. Then they'll drop another in the next 16 weeks. And then that last 11 weeks, they'll pay the rest of it off. So
well, that's really good.
Yeah, and I've had 4 of them on it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I had my students, they didn't even have to play like something was wrong with them.
They don't have to now. They got mental health days, and they just, they just claim they got some mental stress, anxiety, and they own it. So, but yeah, my tuition is $7,735. Somebody asked that question.
Okay, Kyle. Hey, Kyle. I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, but most of those students should qualify.
Yeah.
In any mental, physical, health, or dependency problem that's been documented, if it hasn't been, they can go and they can get evaluated.
Yeah. And that's what one young lady now is doing. She's been there 6 months, and they've already emailed me, and because she went to go get on. Well, she said that she have anger problems. And so I guess she went to a doctor and they diagnosed her with having an anger problem. And now she's getting ready to get the rest of her tuition paid off. So I was like, I don't want you fighting now. I don't need no fighting breaking out in the school.
The name of the program, vocational rehabilitation. So you may see,
Also, if they have parents that's in the military, I got one young lady, her dad was in the military, so she had a Allegiance scholarship that the VA, that the military gave her to like $3,500.
okay,
All because her dad was in the military. So they may, if their parents are in the military, they may want to check into getting scholarships through them. And she's getting ready to get another one too. It's way more than what she owed, but they're about to drop $5,000 scholarship on her. So I have to just give her the refund out of that. So
and Department of Human Services, they used to pay us for students also. The state, like when people were in state custody,
mhm,
adoption or stuff like that.
okay.
So some of y'all may want to check with them also to see if they're still paying for those type of students.
Okay. Department of Human Services.
A lot of those
Okay.
students that are in state custody, they were paying us and they were coming to our school.
Okay. Wow. I need to check that out then. And we have what we call the district or PRVO. They do the same thing. They usually handle people like light bills and stuff like that. And every city probably have something like that. Well, they'll pay for the school too. Somebody said, how do I get a vendor's number? If you call your vocational rehab in that area, they'll walk you through what you need to do to get your vendor's number or get on the list. They're going to ask for a W-9 and your business certificate. And they once you send all that in, that you're a legit business and prove that you really have a school, they will put you on the list and send you a number. It was pretty easy getting set up.
And you all need to go on their website too, because when Voc Rehab, when they have different things, you want to go out there and get acquainted with those people. If they have some type of event or whatever, because that's what I did. Miss Velma told me to do that. And that's when I met those two older ladies. And because if you all become people's friend and network, they're gonna help you a lot more and easier. So some of y'all need to get in network and become people's friends.
We have our military base here. We have what they call Youth Challenge, and they reach out to us all the time to come out to the Camp Shelby, and work with the youth. Like they're doing some kind of reality fair where we set up prices and stuff, and they'll come to each booth, and they can only have a certain amount of money to spend, fake money, of course, to teach them how to budget. And so that's exposure too, because you're out there on a military base, and all these people now they know you got a school, and we've had people to come get haircuts from the base just because we got exposed out there. So
And then sooner or later you're gonna be able to get the GI Bill.
yeah.
And they pay they usually pay in one disbursement. Whatever your tuition is, up to about maybe 22,000, 23,000, something like that.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hold up. I don't want to take everybody else
Well,
wins.
you shared it. Nobody else raised their hand, so you shared some very vital information. So I'm glad you came up because I know they learned something from it. So I thank you, Sylvina and Dennis.
He's in the bed now.
And
I've been working him. I celebrate my birthday the whole week. It's not over till Sunday. So he's tired. I'm gonna have to send you a picture of after my birthday. He fell out on the floor and went to sleep. So I'm gonna have to send you that picture. I couldn't see that question. That was just
somebody said, I'm just joining. Sorry if this is a repeat question, but I have my instructor's license and I currently certified stylist. How can I start a school or academy?
Okay, that's a question for you.
Well, first y'all need to go to the YouTube page and watch all those videos, and then reach out and we can help you. All right. Well, I know how we're gonna end this today.